Do you know this woodworking tip for using square drill bits? In this video, I'll show you a creative out-of-the-box installation of a mortising kit on a drill press, so it is even easier to use when you need it. I was really looking forward to getting one of these kits. This is a mortising kit for a drill press. Look at this! Square drill bits for making mortises in wood, for making mortise and tenon joints. You know the drill. It comes with 4 measurements in inches. The quality of the drill bits and their hollow chisels is acceptable. This piece is attached above the chuck of the drill press. Some screws. This prevents the wood from lifting. We'll see that right away. This side fence serves to support the wood, and also to hold some of the metal pieces. Several rings to adapt the kit. None of them worked for me. These are for holding the wood. And this piece is for holding the metal rods we just saw. The orange pieces are made of cast iron, well made and sturdy. This is the chuck that comes with my professional drill press. Here I need to secure this piece. But I had to buy a shorter chuck, the typical one with gears or a toothed crown. So, this one out. And I'll install this one. Well, we saw it when I showed this drill press in detail. I leave you the link to that video. I insert the wedge there, and I give it a hit to loosen the Morse taper. Now I can release this and let it move up. This chuck comes with its own Morse taper, so I don't need to remove the one from the other chuck. To release them from the chuck, other types of wedges are needed, which I don't have. I clean it well. I move the claws inside the chuck. And this area where the Morse taper goes in, and this is the same metal piece. I have to remember to align that with the groove, or it won't fit completely. It hits inside. I turn it to align it, and it fits completely. I can hit it from below, or it should work like this as well. I think it's better to hit it from below, instead of doing that. And now the chuck doesn't get in the way of placing the support for the square drill bits. Alright, coincidence. This side fence measures exactly the same as my simple drill press table. Exactly the width of one of these plywood boards. I'm going to cut this piece. I already cut it, and this side fence goes here, towards the back of the board, but leaving space behind. At the top, it has 2 slots for anchoring screws. The slots allow the kit to adapt to the different metal tables of drill presses. I'm going with a different setup. Notice that I place the screw against the outer side of the slots, and I hit it to mark the board. I need to drill those holes, making a preliminary mark by eye with the drill bit to center it. I can easily recenter it using the drilling jig. I insert the screw into the holes from the bottom of the board, and I hit it to mark the hexagonal shape of the head on the board. Now I enlarge the entrance of the holes, giving them that hexagonal shape. This way, the heads of the screws will be recessed. Perfect! I need them facing up like this, opposite to the normal installation of the kit. This piece goes here, but it sticks out a bit forward. It has a small casting edge that I need to file. It comes with 2 washers for each screw. I'll use all 4 so I don't lose them. And the kit comes with wing nuts that would go on the bottom of the drill press table. But up here, they hit those knobs. It's fine. I don't need them. I can use regular nuts. With this setup, I won't need to remove them to take the mortising kit off the drill press. I try to keep everything at 90 degrees with the sides of the plywood board. These curious pieces go here. The knobs adjust their position. This rod goes here and I lock it with that Allen screw that already comes recessed. This other curious piece goes like this. Its position is adjusted with this knob. This looks good, but it still needs my woodworking trick. Some side pieces. I screw the first one directly to the edge of the board. For the second one, I add some paper spacers. Some pieces of paper with a simple fold. Notice that these two strips stick out from below the board. They're not just for fitting into place. I cut the paper that sticks out. Otherwise, it will get in the way. And now I use a hard soap to make one piece of wood slide well against the other. I only apply it to the edges of the board. We already know that this will fit perfectly like this. But also, I'll be able to move it forward and backward. Now the support for the square drill bits. It fits very loosely, but we have the rings to adapt it. Right? Right? Of course not. This is the thinnest one, and it doesn't work with it. It doesn't fit. Everything was working fine. It doesn't work with this drill press. I decided to cut a strip from a plastic container. It's thin plastic. I check how it fits, and I trim it a bit, so it doesn't overlap. That should work. It's a bit thin plastic, but I tried with two and I couldn't fit them in, so it will work with just one. But I had to tighten it almost to the limit. Well, it seems well secured. It goes down perfectly with the chuck, of course. Now pay attention. I insert the hollow chisel of the square drill bit until it hits the stop and lock it. And now, what I shouldn't do is insert the drill bit until it hits the chisel. Let's go with the woodworking trick for these mortising kits. With the 0.7 and 0.75 gauges, I have about 1.55 millimeters. I leave that gap between the edge of the square drill bit and the drill bit support. Something like this. We don't need to be super precise. Now I insert the drill bit until it hits the chisel, and I tighten it in the chuck. And that gap, I loosen the knob and lift the chisel until it hits the stop. That way, I'll have the required gap between the head of the drill bit and the edges of the hollow chisel. I move the drill press table under the square drill bit. I align the edge of the square drill bit at 90 degrees with the side fence. And therefore, with the longitudinal axis of the wood, I'm going to drill the mortise into. I've already set the depth I want. I secure the table with 1 or 2 clamps. These rods prevent the wood from moving forward, but if I tighten them too much, they will leave some marks. And this piece prevents the wood from lifting with the drill bit. I avoided pressing the stops against the wood so I can move it without leaving marks, but they still do their job. And here we go. At times, it's hard for the sawdust to rise through the hollow chisel, and sometimes it goes up perfectly. I would say that the gap we leave at the tip of the drill bit might need to be adjusted, depending on the experience we gain from the work we do and the different types of wood we use. The best part is that it was an easy job, and I made a nice rectangular mortise where I can fit a wooden tenon. In future videos, we'll see some tricks with the sliding table I just made for this kit that turns the drill press into a mortiser. Thanks for watching the video. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell.